Hello and welcome to another first Descendant video. So today we are looking at a build for a weapon, and this time it's the final masterpiece. So the final masterpiece got a buff with the recent patch on the 30th of October. And basically what they've done is they have changed the unique ability and they've increased the firearm attack a little bit. The unique ability is kind of fun, so it makes it more interesting to use out there. Now at this point in the game, we don't really need uh, guns for most of the stuff. Like I do 400% dungeons with Freyna or Bunny, and most of the time until you get to the final boss, you don't really need a gun. So anyway, what they have done is, let me just quickly show you the unique ability. Every time you reload, it'll cause an elemental attack or effect, status effect. So fire, ice, electric, and puddle. It'll be in this sequence every time you reload, but it'll start with one of them and then follow the sequence. So fire, reload, ice, reload, electric, reload, puddle, toxic, So you'll get the effects of these things. Puddle actually lasts for quite a while. So you'll get the dot effects, the stun effects, the frostbite effect on the ice, so they'll just slow down. And it looks pretty interesting if you go into like a 400% dungeon and use them. You can see they're still taking damage. So basically that is the unique ability now. And I think it's pretty fun. It has a decent trigger rate and you can see the effects. So it'll also have the dot damage with a lot of enemies in 400% will take a lot of damage. Now, of course, the thing is, like I said, if I'm playing a 400% dungeon, I'm taking Bunny or Reyna and I'm not even using the guns. But you can still have fun with this. If you go to an outpost or do something else, you can. If you wanted a nice gun, you have this option now. So I would call this as a Thunder Cage Lite, if you will, because it is a smaller gun, light. With Bunny, you can actually run. The lighter the gun, the faster she'll run. So it's a handgun, you could say the smallest type of gun in the game. I mean, Thunder Cage isn't particularly big, it's an SMG, but this is even smaller. So what is the build here? Now I will go over it in more detail, but if you just want the mod page, this is what I have. I've managed to get up to 450,000 damage, 450k damage. And yeah, a lot of usual mods, crit mods, and things like that. One or two changes, and I'll explain why I have done that. So if we look at the weapon information, what we have here is 11,164 base firearm attack. This was like 9,000 previously, if I remember. And so they have increased it a little bit. It's up to 11,000. Fire rate 500 rounds per magazine, only has 20 bullets in the magazine. Reload time is excellent, 1.1 seconds only. So I did not feel like it needed any changes. Firearm attack is firearm critical hit rate is 20%. So kind of low. Firearm critical hit damage is 2x, so that is not bad. Then we have firearm attribute status effect trigger rate 5.26. Again, I don't really care. I don't usually use the elemental mods. You can if you want. And then we have weak point damage of 1.5. Again, pretty good. I think previously it was higher, if I recall. Again, I haven't really paid much attention to this gun before the update. And we have hipfire accuracy and aim shot accuracy areas, and these are based at 72 and 77. So I think that's a bit low. I wanted this to be better. Effective range is 15 meter. Okay, that's big. So 15 meter, let me just actually explain to you. So 15 meter is roughly around here. This far is 15 meters. So let me show you the damage here. Pay attention to this, 23,009. So this is the 15 meter range, 23,009. Now it starts dropping off if I go back. 90,000. So that is the drop off range, 15 meters. So if you are using this gun, try to stay around this far from the enemies. Okay, so you saw our weaknesses and our strengths. So the strength here is weak point is good, critical hit damage is good, reload is good. Weaknesses, I would say, is rounds per magazine. 20 is not good enough, I feel. Aim shot and hip fire is low, and hit rate isn't great. So that's the thing I decided to work on. And what I've come up with is, first we have the usual stuff. So firearm attack, with this one, fire rate up with this one. So these are standard. Every build pretty much has this. Then I've added these two for increasing the critical hit damage. Then I've added these two to increase the critical hit rate. Okay, and then because we have 70, 72, and 77% for the hip fire and ADS, I've added aiming compensation to improve this. It also gives us more hit damage. And weak point was good, so I've added a weak point damage mod, weak point sight, to give us 35% more weak point. This was surprisingly good. The result is very good with this one. And then we have expand weapon charge to increase the ammo. So we've gone from 20 to 31 now. 31, okay. Now, also quickly looking at the attributes. So it's the usual stuff: firearm attack, firearm critical hit rate, firearm critical hit damage, and I've added rounds per magazine because I did not want to put another second rounds per magazine mod. So I went with this one. Doesn't make a huge difference. Even with another mod and a gold roll here, you'll probably not go beyond 38 bullets or so. So 35, 38, that is about the max you can get. If you just focus on the bullets, yeah, you lose DPS, but I think this is the best compromise. 30 bullets from 20 is decent. Okay, so going back to the build, the result is 450,000 damage, and I'll show you the detailed page here. So remember our weaknesses and strengths. So firearm attack, firearm critical hit rate was 20%, meaning 1 in 5 bullets would crit. Now we have 1 in 3, 33%. Firearm critical hit damage was 2. By default, we have managed to increase it to 6.75%. So that is a huge improvement. And weak point was 1.5. We are over 2 now, 2 times. And we have hip fire accuracy at 94% roughly, and ADS at 100%. So we have fixed the issues with the gun, in my opinion. And so it is easy to use, accurate, does decent damage. So it's almost close to the Thunder Cage. Weak point sight. If I remove this and aim for the weak point, okay, 310, 46, and crit is 310, 46, 310, 46, 310. Okay. Now let's just go back. Hopefully I can attach the mod. Weak point here. So remember, 46 and 310. Those were the numbers. Now we have 58. 46 is gone up to 58, and 392 from 310. 82,000 more. Okay. So fantastic improvement with this weak point. That is why I wanted to put this instead of the ammo increase. So yeah, the result is this is a pretty decent gun. Obviously, like I said, if you are running dungeons and stuff, you're probably using Bunny of Reyna and just going over. But if you want a fun, easy gun, light gun that doesn't slow you down, you can use this. I think this would be good for clearing outposts with Sharon or any other Descendant, or if you want to use a gun occasionally here and there. This will be fun. It's also got these fun abilities. So overall, I think it's a really fun setup here, and reload is very fast. You can constantly reload. So yeah, I don't know what else to add here. It's a decent, fun gun, and best way I can describe is like a lighter version of Thunder Cage. That is, I think, the best description. It feels similar. It's light with Bunny. You can run faster, I suppose. It feels faster at least. And yeah, so some crit mods, crit hit. These are the crit stuff. Fire attack, weak point, aim improvement, and a little bit of ammo. And that's your setup for the final masterpiece. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. See you next time.